You lost your virginity to that song?
I feel like I'm on Andy Cohen right now.
Have to drink for this one. We got a special versus battle. Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears. Who is the true pop princess? Hey, I'm here every Thursday night.
It's Thursday night, so you know what that means. Margaritas with Marcus. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are having a great week. I don't know about you, but I've definitely had a long-ass week, so I'm definitely ready for a drink. So go ahead, grab your drink. I'll wait for you to get the ice. All right. Cheers to an awesome Thursday. Now let's have some fun. So, you know what I was thinking, guys? We always see them everywhere. Make America Great Again. Trump 2020. We see these signs. We see these people. But do we really know what they're thinking inside their head? Well, you know what? Tonight on Marcus with Margaritas with Marcus, I have a special guest for you. His name's Brandon, and he's not your typical Trump fan. He's not what you picture in your head, white old person or just some crazy backwoods kind of guy. No, he's very smart, very good person, and he's a Trump supporter. Why? I don't know. But you know what? We're going to get inside the head of a Trump supporter tonight. So help me in bringing Brandon onto the show in 3, 2. Hey, Brandon, welcome to the show.
Hey, Marcus, thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here, Brandon. So before we dive into this, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your age, where you grew up.
Sure, absolutely. So my background is from Chicago. It's on the suburbs of Chicago, right on the Indiana border. And a little bit about me in my past. So I would define myself as one of the lifelong pursuit of happiness type looking people in America. I look for the American dream, and I came from a very low income family, a very impoverished family a little bit, and so I was disadvantaged. I'm a Latino, and I am a Trump supporter.
Now, you're a Latino from where? From where are you from?
Puerto Rico. So my family is from San Sebastian, and my father came to America when he was 7, and from there he built quite an American dream himself, just coming from absolutely nothing to actually becoming a United States landowner and basically a very supporting and providing father for as good as he could.
So here you come, a Latino from Chicago, don't have a lot of money, family's working hard. Your dad comes here from Puerto Rico, gives you guys a good life. How did you turn into a Trump supporter? When did you see Donald Trump and you said, you know what? That's the guy that I want for my president. That's who I'm going to support.
That's actually a really good question, Marcus, and thank you for asking. So initially, it was very difficult because back in 2008, I was a senior in high school. It was my first election, and I did vote for Barack Obama, and I voted for Joe Biden subsequently. And originally, I was a Hillary person, very, very much in the beginning. And then eventually I saw the ways that Barack Obama was trying to portray. And I felt that at the time, the Republican Party was very much out of touch, very, very out of touch with your average person. They look to cater so-called to the rich or the wealthy, and that wasn't a message that really resonated with me at the time. And so I'll go through within this time with you tonight. I want to go through how all of that morphed into me becoming a Trump supporter.
Well, remember, this isn't a 2-hour show, so we're going to have to get the cliff notes.
Yes, absolutely. So as a Trump supporter, how it kind of helped.
How did it happen?
Well, okay, so in 2016, it was very difficult to come around to him in the primary season. I can tell you right now, he had a message that was very strong, and I mean, Mr. Trump, for everybody who pays attention to what he has to say, he oftentimes has a tendency to shoot himself in the foot. Sometimes he really should stop talking. Sometimes when he gets off on a tangent and stuff,
Right.
but in reality, his intentions are good. His work ethic is very hard. That's something that's very difficult to come to. And, one of the things, so, okay, take you back to 2008, two-time Obama, Biden supporter. So in 2009, 2010, Mr. Obama and Mr. Biden had unilateral control of the government.
Okay.
Complete, had the House, had the Senate, had the President.
Full bang.
You can literally pass just about any law you need to or really desire to, and that's how we ended up with the Affordable Care Act, which ultimately ended up not being so affordable, as it turned out that the premiums for your
I want to stop you right there. I don't want to get into policies tonight. I don't want to get into legislative passed laws or ones that weren't. I want to get to know how you, as Brandon, a Latino American, turned to support to Donald Trump. So when was it that you knew that you wanted to support this man? Was it when he was coming down the escalator, when he first said that he was going to run for president? When was it that you knew that you were going to be behind this man?
It definitely was not, and I would say that it started to turn somewhere, let's say, within the last 2 years, more so than in the 2016 election. I did think that he was a better option than Hillary in the 2016 election, but it was very, very difficult to warm up to him. But after seeing what he was working toward in terms of just how he tirelessly looks to help a very, very wide group of people, because in reality, we're 330 million people deep in America. And that is a really, really lot of people to try to make happy with whatever you're doing. And in reality, no matter what way you look at it, it's going to be very difficult to make everyone happy when you're dealing with that number of people.
Well, you know what?
Uh-huh.
I want to jump into some questions from the audience, because everyone seems that they're a little confused right now. So,
Okay.
Question one: do you support someone that, quote unquote, grabs women by the pussy? I mean, you're saying that he's a good person, that he works hard for things. How do you think something like that would say that it's working hard towards him?
Okay, so I think Mr. Trump, one of the ways that he is very misunderstood is he speaks in a way that is very sometimes brash, sometimes not politically correct. I mean, certainly. And I think it's more of a metaphor, what he was looking for out of that statement specifically.
No, there's really not a metaphor. He literally said in the interview, I see women, and if I find them attractive, I'll grab them by the pussy. I mean, there's really no metaphor for that.
Okay, now the thing is, the way that it's overall seen is that he is looking to be an assertive person, but that's more of a pigeonholed thing where it's like, are we going to judge everyone by the worst thing any of us have ever said in our lives? I mean, that's a really, really tough thing to do. It's one of those.
As a new father, and I agree with you, we definitely can't judge someone by, quote unquote, the worst thing that they've done in their life. But as a new father, would Donald Trump be a man that you'd want your son to look up to?
It depends on which facets that you're looking for. Because
let's talk about the facet of him as the president. As the president of the United States, would you want your son to look up to Donald Trump as the man that he is right now? Would you want your son to support him and look up to him?
Yes.
Why? What has he done? Tell me one thing that he's done in his presidency that he's actually kept. I mean, the wall isn't being built or paid for by the Mexicans. it's actually being funneled. I mean, Bannon just got arrested today for fraud for money with the wall. So
Yeah,
he didn't do
that
that.
was
Hillary's
not
not in jail yet, so he didn't keep that promise. Lock her up, never happened. I mean, what promise did he keep that's made the United States better for you?
Okay, so one of the things he's been working on our trade deals. He worked on our trade deals with China. Unfortunately, that one at the moment, due to coronavirus, it seems to be in peril. But he's also worked on repairing NAFTA, which is the USMCA. It's basically kind of a NAFTA 2.0 because you got to give and take. You got a lot of negotiating. But the point is, he's looking to make sure that jobs are not leaving the United States. That is something that happened under the Democrat rule, namely the Clinton administration and some of the Obama administration. I know that the Obama administration had often said, well, we don't have a magic wand and we can't control a lot of these corporations.
You know what, Brandon?
And
I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I still haven't seen a main reason why you support Trump or why you love him or are back with him. Like, you just have given me like random like statistics and nothing that he's really accomplished. I want to know why you as a man support him.
Okay, so one of the things that he is doing specifically is that he is talking to these CEOs and these decision makers of these companies that are the job creators. I understand that it takes a lot to make people have the environment in order to create jobs, in order to create wealth, create business. It takes a lot of risk. It takes a lot of, for a lack of a better term, guts and drive to do such a thing. And Mr. Trump has really supported that, and that's why we were looking at the lowest unemployment in history.
You know what?
In this country, that's something that I will also tell you from my background. My father had encountered many different situations of unemployment throughout the years, and it is very, very difficult. I remember as a child coming home, and if I saw him home from work before I was home from school, I knew something was wrong. And oftentimes it was either, somebody was trying to cut costs, sending jobs overseas, or something of that nature, which is why he lost often his manufacturing lines of work. And it's, it happened with GM, namely. I mean, I have no problem with dropping corporate names here. GM was one. I mean, there's a lot of things that just happened that were not right and could have been accomplished. It could have been prevented by different economic policies. One of the things that Mr. Trump has been doing is enacting tariffs to protect American jobs and make it less financially sensible to move your factory from America to Mexico or any other, China, Vietnam, any of these other lower waged countries.
You know what? I want to stop you right there. I want everyone in the audience to go ahead and grab your drink, and we're all going to take a drink together. Because I'm definitely feeling Fox News vibes right now. So let's all take a drink really quick. And Brandon, I really want to thank you for coming on the show today and just giving us a different perspective on why you support Trump and the things that he means to you. I personally didn't get a full sense of why you support him, but I do see that you were truly passionate about him, and I appreciate and respect your passion, man. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I really would like to go into a lot more in depth with you if you ever have time more in the future. I mean, we can go into more of these kind of policy ideas and, talk about a little bit of the disinformation versus what is true out there.
You are the show, so you're always welcome to come back, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you so much. Congratulations on the baby, and God bless you. And we will make America great again when we vote Trump out. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Marcus. Take care.
Hey, love you, Brandon. Thanks for coming on the show, bud. right. Well, thank you so much, Brandon, for coming out and showing us your perspective. The great thing about the United States of America is no matter who you support, it's a free country. So we respect everybody. So Brandon, thanks for coming on the show, buddy. All right. So that was definitely interesting. And we're going to jump into something now that I know you guys want to see. Superfans battling it out in verses. So how does the verses battle work? It's pretty simple. We've got two superfans who are going to battle it out with 7 questions. For every question they get right, they get 1 point. For every question they get wrong, they've got to take a shot. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show is the superfan of the week. If there's a tie, well, guess what? We got the superfan tiebreaker. So, without further ado, let's meet the superfans for today, Beyoncé versus Beyoncé. You know what? We're going to bring Mr. AJ King in the ring in 3, 2, 1. What's up, AJ? How you doing?
What's going on? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thank you so much for being here. So, AJ, what makes you a Beyoncé superfan?
So I was a huge fan of Destiny's Child even when I was in elementary school. Like I was obsessed with Destiny's Child. I remember I was in the 6th grade bumping the CD on my little CD-ROM disc player, and I would have it in my little pocket. I try to listen to it on the low during history class. So I followed Beyonce, ever since the beginning as a young person. And I remember when she, surprisingly, actually, when she went solo, I wasn't a big fan of her when she went solo, to be honest, when she first dropped her first album. And, so I think that I was mourning her leaving Destiny's Child. You know how like when people leave the groups, it like destroys the legacy in a way. I was thinking that I wasn't really giving her a chance. So when she dropped Dangerously in Love, I liked the song, but I was like, love you, but and then I gave her a chance, and I just saw her elevate and grow, and she speaks to my soul every time she drops a song or an album. It speaks to who I am in that moment and what I'm going through, and she's just, she's Queen Bee, period, point blank.
Well, sounds like you're a super fan of me, and you've got some tough competition tonight because we're bringing Marco into the ring in 3, 2. Marco, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, perfect.
So Marco, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what makes you a Beyonce superfan?
I think it's so hard to explain. It's kind of like asking someone define love. And for me, that's how I feel about Beyonce. It was love at first sight. When I saw the first Destiny's Child video, it was actually jumping. I didn't get to know her until the second album when she went really big. And back then, it just spoke to me. It was something different, something fresh. It was so inspiring to have something different than the normal pop Christina Aguilera or Britney that most of my students and college mates were going for. So I saw something different, something unique, something very, very talented, because there's no way, no matter how you feel about Beyonce, you can't deny that she's talented.
No way.
And
No way.
I started following Destiny's Child, and it's just every record that they release, and then the solo, it just became more love. And I just love to see how she's grown from Destiny's Child, from the solo projects, from her movie career. And it's just fun. For me, at the end of the day, it's someone that brings me entertainment, that brings me something completely different, that speaks to me in so many levels. And I'm so proud of what she's become now, that she's an icon, a legend.
Yeah, she truly is the queen. And it looks like we truly have 2 super fans here. So you know what? Everybody's in the ring. So you know what? Let the battle begin. Question 1. And you know what? You guys are super fans, so we're not going to start with that bullshit. When was Beyonce born, or what's her middle name? We're getting to the good stuff. So here's question 1. What tattoo did Beyonce have removed? What tattoo did Beyonce have removed? Remember, if you don't get this right, you got to take a shot. Question 1. What tattoo did Beyonce have removed? Let the battle begin. You got 7 seconds. No Googling. It's a tough one. And it's only number 1. What tattoo did Beyonce have removed? 3 seconds. All right. Show your answers.
Starting hard.
That one is a hard. I mean,
Okay, on her top part, leg, tribal. And I can't see your answer, AJ, because it's too bright. What's your answer?
Sorry. Lord have mercy. Ex-boyfriend's name.
Ex-boyfriend's name? Well, congratulations. You both are wrong. It was an angel on her left hip. An angel on her left hip. So far, the score is 0-0.
Oh, I didn't take my hat off for this. I see that y'all playing going hard, huh?
Hey,
Lord
you know
have
it's
mercy.
when the hat comes off, right? But you know what? We're going to smooth into number 2. You've got 10 seconds to name the 5th track on Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall. Number 5 on The Writings on the Wall. Beautiful album, had a lot of hits. I'll even give you a clue on this one. She quotes a very popular internet provider in this song. Very popular internet browser is quoted in this song. Number 5 on Writings on the Wall.
do we show your answers?
Yeah, show your answers in 3, 2, 1. Bugaboo.
You see it? I know it's
You
bright.
got it. All right.
Okay.
The score is 1-1. All right. Question 3. Let's see. I'm glad you guys got that one. I was getting a little worried. All right. Who was the first member of Destiny's Child? Who was the first member of Destiny's Child? Seven seconds. Two seconds. Show those answers.
This is a hard one because
Marco with Kelly. You got it right.
Damn.
Kelly was the first member. AJ, it's all right.
Oh, that's a trick question.
It's all right.
I gotta rebuttal that. How was she the first when Matthew was her father?
no, because
She was-
well, they started first.
Remember, Matthew was still managing Beyonce's solo with her solo career. When he created Destiny's Child, Kelly was the first member, and then he decided to put Beyonce into the group.
Okay, all right. You got it.
All right, we are at question number 4. All right. Beyonce has a favorite boy band. And I'm not talking about 90s pop, I mean boy band. Rock boy band. What is her favorite boy band?
You said rock boy band?
Rock?
Well, you know, rock, pop, they're not like your standard, like tearing up my heart and sing type boy band. You know what I mean? Beyonce's favorite band, that's men, boys. It's not an R&B group. It's not Boyz II Men. It's not a trick question. Favorite. You got 10 seconds.
So I have.
All right, 3 seconds. Show your answers. Oh, congratulations, guys. You both got it wrong. It's the Beatles. The Beatles. Although that was a great guess because Chris Martin is best friends with Jay-Z, and she does have a great relationship with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right.
So good guess. So far we've got 2-1. Marco, you are in the lead. We're at question 5. Let's see what we got. You know what? I'm going to throw you a bone. Give me Beyonce's full name. 3 seconds. And you guys are all fighting in the comments with Brandon, and I love your freedom of expression. Keep it up, guys. Let your voice be heard. Hashtag Margaritas with Marcus. All right, guys, let's see those answers. What is Beyonce's full name? Beyonce Giselle Carter Knowles. Yes, you both got that one right. All right, we got some points on here. Question 6. We are one question away from our final question. What was the name of the first girl group Beyonce was a part of? What was the name of the first girl group Beyonce was a part of? 3 seconds. All right, let's see what you got, guys. Push it back for me, AJ.
It says girls' time.
Girls' time. All right. All right. So, Marco, you're in the lead. If you get this one, the game is yours, baby. AJ, you still got a life left. You can still come back, buddy. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. So, this one is the final question. What is Queen Bee's favorite movie of all time? What is Queen Bee's favorite movie of all time? It recently came out. Another pop star starred in it. And she was actually going to be in this movie as well until she wasn't able to film it. All right. Let's see those answers. I see the A Star is Born. All right, well, congratulations, you both. That was a really good game. But you know what? Only one Beyonce fan reigns supreme and can be called the Super Fan of the Week. So, with a score of 4, give it up for Marco.
Thank you.
So, Marco, you know what? Hang tight, because we're going to talk to AJ a little bit, and we'll be right back with you. All right, AJ. You know what? You were close, but tonight just wasn't your super fan night. How do you feel though? Did you have a good time? Hey, this is not the election, and you don't live in Florida, so that's okay. So let me ask you something.
Okay.
If you could tell Beyonce one thing, what would you tell her?
Woo. Oh, that's a good one. That, you have, when I have been in like some of my most like darkest places, that her music has literally brought me out of those spaces. And, depending on which song it is, which album it is, I've been able to relate to it so much. And I look up to her for her work ethic, her drive, her passion, her creativity. You're just a GOAT. You're the GOAT. I mean, there's nothing else to say but you're the GOAT. But yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, you sound like you have a good voice. Do you sing?
Oh, no, boo-boo.
So you can't give us a little chorus of your favorite Beyonce song?
Oh, no, you're going to embarrass me on Facebook. Listen, so it's funny. So in high school, I was in show choir and chambers choir for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I know that, that they had to bring me on to show choir and chambers choir because it was high school and they couldn't reject me. But I cannot sing at all. Absolutely not.
Well, you know what, AJ? Thank you so much for being on the show. I had a great time with you, and I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. Thank you, Superfan. Bye now. All right, and let's bring in the Superfan of the Week. Marco, come on back in the ring. What's up, Superfan? Congratulations.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. It really does.
So how do you feel to be the Superfan of the Week?
It feels amazing. I mean, Beyonce's everything to me. Like for real. Like especially with everything that's coming this month with the Black Skin. Seeing something so beautiful that is pure art for me. And just seeing that my favorite artist is still in the game 20 years over, and she's still doing her thing. She's still being a pioneer. Amazing. So I couldn't be more grateful that to decided to follow someone's career that is so iconic.
Well, you definitely are the super fan. If you could tell Beyonce one thing, what would it be?
I will cry. I would definitely cry and then try to speak something. But just tell her that I love her, that I really, really appreciate all her hard work, all her efforts that she puts. Thank you for being different. Thank you for putting something completely out there, unique, and just being an example for everyone, a role model. Because I think at this point she's a role model for so many young girls, young gay boys, everyone, and that's very important. Like to have a great role model, and I love her.
Well, you know what? It's fans like you and myself keep her alive because there's no artist like her. So congratulations on being the super fan.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Hey, thanks for being on the show. Later, Marco. All right, guys. So that was an awesome super fan battle. Remember, if you're going to be a super fan of the week, make sure to come hard because those questions are not going to be your normal questions. So congratulations to our 2 participants because those shits were hard. So congrats to you guys. So now it's time for one of our new segments, Ask Marcus. As you know, last week I asked you to send in some letters, and we're going to answer them together with the crowd and see what you guys think. So, unlike the last letter where someone said that they left it in my post office, these are printed and ready to go. So you know what? We're going to jump into our first one. Yes, and let's see. Dear Marcus, and by the way, we're not giving real names and we're using fake names here. Dear Marcus, my longtime friend David and I have been reconnecting during COVID-19, mostly via text and video chatting. He's recently moved back to my area. He's in the military. So we spent a weekend together helping him move in. It was exhausting and stressful. All right, it was exhausting. I'm sorry, you guys. You know, I'm reading it in front and it's getting a little funny. So it was exhausting and stressful, and his drinking concerned me. I know that he's in the military, so I know that drinking is common, and he seems to be under a lot of pressure. I'm aware of his drinking because my sister's a recovering addict. Over the last couple months, I've been having a total crush on him. He's very supportive of my job, and over the years, he's the one that's actually been keeping our friendship together despite our lives going in different directions. I told him I had a crush on him during the stressful moving weekend and asked him to please not tell me about the guys that he's interested or that he texts. He responded by saying that he does not return those feelings for me. But we talk on the phone for hours at night, and he even calls me baby. Our sexual chemistry is crazy. Our lives are intertwined, and both our parents think that we're dating. What should I do? How do I keep both our friendship and my sanity? Crushing in Wilton Manors. All right, dear Crushing in Wilton Manors, your friend has made it clear. He just wants you as a friend. He doesn't want you as anything else. So please stop wasting your time and stop giving that man any mental space in your head. He's already told you that he doesn't want you. So you're just putting yourself through trials and tribulations that you could not even be having to experience. If you want to stay friends with him, you're going to have to get over the fact that he just wants to be friends. And if you can't handle that, then maybe you should just separate a little bit, get yourself back together, focus on yourself again, because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, this guy's not interested in you. And if they're not interested in you, it doesn't matter. They're just not interested. So my advice is move on. Find a crush that's going to have a crush on you back because you deserve it. Good luck in Wilton Manors. I wish you the best. All right, let's move on to our next one, shall we? And I'm reading the comments. Parents triggered. Marcus hates true love. That's a lie. I agree. That's also a lie. Dear Marcus, I'm dealing with the worst heartbreak ever. I don't know what I did to make my boyfriend stop liking me. He won't talk to me or text me back, and now he's blocked me on Facebook. One minute he said that he would always hang out with me, and the next he told me to stop messaging him and blocked me. All this has made me go out of control, and now I want to hate on everyone. How can I stop this awful hurt? Love hurts in no state, just love hurts. All right. Dear Love Hurts, I've got a couple questions for you. Number one, he's blocked you on Facebook. So are you guys just like boyfriends and girlfriends like online? Or I don't understand. Question two, if he's blocked you and told you that he doesn't want to talk to you, stop wasting your time. This kid has told you, leave him the fuck alone. So you know what? Don't waste your time on him. He doesn't deserve you. If he's blocked you, at this point, you're just looking crazy by continuing to reach out to him. So don't message him. Don't write him back. Get him out of your head. You need someone that's going to appreciate you. If this guy blocked you, he's clearly told you how he feels. So leave him alone. Marcus says, leave him the fuck alone and move on. Because he doesn't want you. He blocked you. Whew. If you have any love or any life advice and you want to handle it with me, go ahead and email me. Now that's what I call Marcus at gmail.com. Once again, now that's what I call Marcus at gmail.com. Well, guys, we've reached the end of the show tonight. It was definitely an interesting one. As I thank you so much for joining me every Thursday night. It's always a pleasure to have you here. It's always a pleasure to be in your home. And remember, as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and you're happy with all you see, that's all that matters. I'll see you next week. God bless you and take care. Bye, guys. And thank you to Brandon and all the guests, AJ and Marco, for being on the show today. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye now. Right here on Margaritas with Marcus.